Alrighty, folks, would like to welcome everybody to this announcement this afternoon. I'm Jonathan Downing, a longtime friend of Marian's and Jimmy's and the Orr and Meyer families. I'm honored to be here. Would just like to thank you, Marian, for putting yourself out there and deciding to go forward as a candidate for mayor. Cheyenne needs you. It's a time where we have challenges as a state, and I know that Marian's prepared to handle those. She understands government. We've worked closely together over the years, whether it's been dealing with how we take care of our infrastructure, how we ensure that we are still able to take care of local government needs, and those are things that have been a very high priority, I know, throughout your campaign as you start this now. We know that Marian's going to lend a wealth of experience to the city of Cheyenne, the voters. Appreciate the great turnout today. This is a really nice turnout. It's always great to see standing room only. And in the meantime, without further ado, I just want to say thank you for running and good luck and enjoy the campaign.
This is definitely exciting. Hello, Cheyenne. I'm Marian Orr, and I'm running to be the next mayor of the city of Cheyenne. A wonderful city. But a newcomer to town might not think so if they drove into Cheyenne from the west. You'll see what was once a great hotel, the remains of the hitching post. Someone changed the name of the sign front months ago to the Itching Pot. It still remains. Where's the owner who should take pride in this business? It's shameful. Look at the Z's building. The city had to condemn it because of neglect. My family owned Castle's department store in that building in the 1920s. Now it's a disaster. Where's the owner who should take pride in that building? That's shameful. Now Safeway and all the other vacant buildings at the Cole Shopping Center. Where's that owner? It's shameful. We need to change this, Cheyenne. I'm the person who can. I'm a small business owner. I founded my government advocacy firm more than 15 years ago. Throughout my professional career as a lobbyist, I've worked with the smallest business owner to Fortune 500 company executives, organizations such as our libraries, our hunting and fishing guides, our mental health and substance abuse centers, and medical communities to find solutions to build consensus between them and state government regulations. As an advocate, I listen, I solve problems, and I'm not afraid to take on a fight. I have specifics. But first, let me introduce you to my family. My daughter, Katie, is a sophomore at the University of Wyoming, majoring in both business and music. My son, Jack, is a junior at Central High School. He's a goalie for the Cheyenne Stampede hockey team. I met my husband, Jimmy, over 20 years ago when we were both campaigning for Governor Jim Geringer. Our paths went different directions, and thank you, Facebook. We were reconnected a few years ago, and this Cheyenne native and former forever bachelor and I were married about 18 months ago.
Thank you.
My mother-in-law, Helen Orr, is here today. You may know her because she's played bridge with everybody in town. We all know that whatever it is we do in life, family support means the most, and I thank you, family, for supporting me. Before announcing my candidacy, I wanted to hear from as many people, preferably people that I didn't know, and get their thoughts and opinions. I held numerous coffee and conversations over the past 5 weeks with citizens across the city. These coffee conversations will continue. They will be an active part of my campaign. So come and have coffee with me. Watch my Facebook page and I'll tell you where I'm going. Know that if you elect me mayor, I will listen. My door will be open. I am about creating real answers through real initiatives. I believe in goals and objectives, and they should be measurable in order to know what success really looks like. Now the specifics, 5 points. The first, public safety. So what does that mean? It means our men and women in uniform must have the resources they need. This means staffing at appropriate levels, opportunities for continuing education and training, and supported recruitment and retention efforts. As our community grows from the south side, the west edge, from Swan Ranch to Saddle Ridge, every corner of our community, we must ensure that the neighborhoods we're creating are kept safe. We simply can't grow our community without addressing the increased needs of police and fire protection necessary to ensure that where we live, where we work, and where we play are safe and that our emergencies are responded to quickly. We must stop being the training ground for the Front Range, and I will work with our police and fire administration to make sure that this stops. Number 2, economic development. So what does that mean? We all shake our heads in disgust as we drive by the areas I outlined above. So let's do something about it. Just as Cheyenne has mapped out and created Cheyenne's tree inventory, we must do the same for our downtown, commercial, and residential neighborhoods. I will create a Fight the Blight task force comprised of volunteers in the real estate, title company, commercial developers, and legal professionals to establish an inventory of vacant and abandoned buildings, identifying which of our buildings are at risk or endangered so we can avoid the situation we find ourselves in today, with the cornerstones of our community literally rotting away. We will explore every legal and financial tool available to us to take back that which is neglected and market it to those that truly are invested in doing good. I will work with City Council to create an enforceable code, one that encourages growth with less red tape and holds absentee owners, those economic squatters, accountable. I will work with our Secretary of State and state legislators to find ways to deter outside domestic and foreign companies that have absolutely no intention of filling our empty storefronts, but rather simply use our prime properties as their tax shelter. This task force will work directly with the Laramie County Realtors Association, Chamber of Commerce, LEADS, the Wyoming Business Council, and others to find driven data solutions to addressing our vacant, abandoned, and endangered buildings. As we work to bring in new businesses, we must not forget what I call our legacy businesses.
It's
a sign.
It's a sign.
I consider those legacy businesses in Cheyenne those that have been a part of our community for over 20 years. Being able to move into the future means listening to our past. I will be Cheyenne business owners' biggest advocate. Number 3 is bettering our backyard. So what does that mean? I believe that we need to act now on the recreational opportunities afforded to us by the majestic landscape of the Belvoir Ranch. We have a premier hiking, biking, snowshoe, trail destination just waiting for us to open the gate to year-round recreational opportunities that will bring us outdoor enthusiasts into our community. Our backyard is looking better through continued expansion of our greenway system, the Cheyenne Botanic Gardens, Both the groundbreaking of the Waterford Square development and the up-and-coming Sweetgrass development promises to bring great things to South Cheyenne. It's possible to drive well-planned, thoughtful development to our community while being mindful of the economic downturn we are experiencing. The facts are very real. Our revenues are down. That doesn't mean we freeze forward movement out of fear, but rather we move with a well-planned approach that provides measuring our needs, our wants, and identifying key economic drivers, such as tourism, as a means to not only grow our economy, but our own quality of life through recreational and cultural opportunities. Tourism is the number 2 source of revenue in the state. Cheyenne Frontier Days has led the way in our community, and we rely on the countless volunteers, probably many of you here today, that make it happen. So let's expand that draw beyond the last full week of July and take full advantage of what we have in our own backyard to drive economic development in Cheyenne. Finally, 2 more points. As mayor, I will ensure an administration of real innovation, transparency, and accountability. 2 key initiatives under my leadership will drive us forward. The first, an administration of innovation. I will create an Innovate Cheyenne initiative within the administration that will encourage and reward city employees to share their ideas with administration. I believe that our city's employees have a really good knowledge of what they can do, and we need to listen to them. These ideas should be heard and recognized, so let's be innovative. Second, an administration of transparency and accountability. Through my Open Cheyenne initiative, I will increase public access to open meetings and non-confidential information by utilizing real-time live streaming technologies such as Periscope and Facebook Live, and significantly increase real-time information on both the website and through social media. I believe that the office of the mayor should not reside only in the city building. I will have town hall meetings in every corner of our community, conduct live video Q&A sessions with the public on a regular basis, and weekly press conferences. My administration will be one of clear objectives with measurable goals that meet or exceed a defined mission and vision. So let's be open. As your mayor, I will be your biggest advocate, your greatest fighter. We will have to find innovative ways to do more with less as our state's economy struggles. We will have to be open to new ideas. We'll have to be open in our communication and open to doing things differently. There's much to be done. Our to-do list is very long. So let's get to work. Thank you. Turnout. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day, for following us on Facebook, putting up with my face much more than I ever thought it would be plastered over the internet, but I guess that's politics, right? So with that, thank you again for coming. There's going to be hot dogs and hamburgers. Rose and Zane are ready to serve everybody up, and again, thank you so much for coming out here today. I appreciate your support.